3 months ago, the house across the street from mine was empty, or at least that what everyone says or everyone believed in my neighborhood. But last night at exactly 3:07 a.m., I saw someone standing in the window. And the worst part, everyone in my neighborhood said the house has been abandoned for 12 years. Moving in, I moved to the neighbor last summer. It was the kind of quiet urban street you see in movies, kids riding bikes and dog barking in the distance, porch light glowing at night. Everything felt normal except for the house across the street. The yard was overgrown, the paint was peeling off, and the windows were always covered with thick, dark curtains. No one ever went in, no one ever came out. About a week after moving in, I woke up in the middle of night. My phone said 3:07 am. I couldn't fall back asleep, so I walked to the kitchen, get some water, and then I came back into my room and looked out of the window. And that's when I saw it. A light upstairs in the abandoned house. It flickered on for a second, then went dark. I figured maybe someone had bought the place, but the next morning the house looked exactly the same, empty and silent. Later that day, I asked my neighbor, Mr. Carter. He had lived on the street for around 20 years. He was very friendly. I mentioned the light that I saw yesterday, and his face changed immediately. He looked at the house, he looked back at me and said quietly, "Don't look at that house at night." I laughed thinking it was a joke. Maybe he is joking with me, but he didn't laugh back. Then he told me something strange. The last family who lived there disappeared. All three of them, mother, father and their son. One day they were there, the next day they were gone. No packing of bags, no moving truck, just gone. After that conversation, I started noticing things that are extremely strange. Every night around 3 am, I would wake up and randomly. Sometimes I heard faint noises outside, footsteps, or something tapping on the window, but every time I checked, nothing was there. That one night, I looked across the street again, and this time I saw something horrible. A figure standing in the upstairs of the window, perfectly still watching my house. The next morning, curiosity got the best of me. I walked over to the abandoned house. The front yard was covered with leaves. The mailbox was rusted, and the front door was locked. But when I walked around the side, I found something strange. The back door was slightly open, just enough to see inside. I told myself I should leave. I shouldn't be there. Everyone told me not to come here, but curiosity can change everything. I encouraged myself to just see something. But something inside of me was like, no, you need to know the truth. So I pushed the door. I went inside. The air inside the house smelled old and rotten and covered with dust. Furniture was still there, the couch, the kitchen table, family photos on the wall. It looked like the family had just left one day and never returned. Then I noticed something disturbing. The photos on the wall has been scratched. Every face was completely scratched out except one, the boy. I slowly walked upstairs. Each step creaked loudly beneath my feet. The floor was cracking with sounds. The all of the air suddenly felt colder. The same bedroom where I had been seeing the figure, the door was slightly open. When I pushed it open, my stomach dropped. The walls were covered in photos, hundreds of them. All of them taken from outside, and every photo showed the same house, my house. Photos of my bedroom window, photos of me walking outside, photos of me sleeping. The worst discovery. My heart was racing. I started backing toward the door, but that's when I heard something behind me. A floorboard creaked. Slowly I turned around. Standing in the hallway was a tall, thin man, pale skin, sunken eyes, and he was smiling. He spoke in quiet voice. "You weren't supposed to come here." I ran. I sprinted down the stairs and out the back door. I didn't stop running until I saw my house back. I locked every door, closed every window, and called the neighbors. They found nothing. When I told my neighbor that someone was there, they found nothing, no photos, no sign that that anyone has been inside for years. They told me I must have imagined it or it was a bad dream. But before they left, one neighbor asked me some question. He said, "Where are the photos of your house inside your why are there photos of your house inside your bedroom?" I froze because I hadn't told him about that. Slowly, we both turned toward the hallway. My bedroom door was open and inside hundreds of photos were covered the wall. Every photo taken from the window of the house across the street, and in the newest photo taken just 2 minutes ago or 3 minutes ago, I was standing there looking at it. And then I suddenly looked back and the neighbor face changed. The face of my neighbor was kind of very scary, a smile like this, and his eyes was glowing. I don't know, I didn't tell him, but how did he know that? And just when I saw it, I just woke up from a dream. It was all a dream. Everything. And when I saw the time, it was 3:07 a.m. I was freaked out. Then I looked out of the window and I saw that someone was standing on the house window. Still nothing, just two glowing eyes. After that day, I changed my house. I moved on. So yeah, that is the story of one of my subscriber that he told me. So if you want me to tell your story too, comment down. He said that he literally moved to a new society, a new house, and he rented it, and he was living alone here for his job purposes. And he saw that house. It seemed so creepy, but he left. But he stayed on that house. But later, when he saw that dream, that his house, photos, and everything filled in his dream, he saw it clearly and he was so scared that he left the house. He told me that it may be my imagination, but yeah, I saw that dream. But I know something was off about that house. He told me everything about his experience. Like after that, he didn't have any much fear or anything. But his experience of shifting on that area was very 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 scary for him. Tell me if you have any paranormal activity stories or any haunted stories, because I am very curious to listen to all of your stories. If you want me to tell everyone about your story, you can comment down, and in the next video maybe I can pick your story and tell your story here. So I hope you enjoyed this video. See you in the next video. Till then, make sure you hit the subscribe button.